Yeah, good afternoon, YouTubers. This is the ShallowCross Sports Network with the Double A, bringing you another show. Today, we're going to look at recap what happened with TSU in the North Carolina A&T versus TSU game, and just see what transpired from that game on up until today. TSU scheduled to play North Dakota State, powerhouse in the FCS, on Saturday. I think the game starts at 1:30, so we'll be waiting to see what happens in that game. With that said, let's get right on into it. Tennessee State was able to win the game 24-21. Uh, I saw a lot of good things from Tennessee State, especially with the running back Rhymes. He ran the ball very well, but most of his runs were big play runs. And as far as the sustained drives, I didn't see a lot of sustained drives. So they have to do better in doing that on Saturday. The defense, they gave up some big runs. They gave up a big run to the running back from North Carolina A&T, but they held their own as much as they could. Gave up a couple of late touchdowns, but anyway, they were able to hold on and block a field goal at the end and able to win that game. Just looking at that, at some of these stats, see if I can pull them up for you. Let's see here. Just refreshed on me. Let's see. Tennessee State. Having a hard time getting it up for technical difficulties, but I'm going to get that up for you. Meanwhile, we're going to go over to look at some other things. The OVC had their previews for the games coming up, and we're going to listen in on, if we can, on Coach Barlow. And pop that over there to you.
Coach, 24-21 victories. Victory over North Carolina A&T in the John Merritt Classic. This week, #1 and defending national champion North Dakota State comes to town. So, Coach, just some thoughts about your team and the win, then we'll go to some questions.
Yes, it was obviously a great Saturday. John Merritt Classic, long-standing tradition here.
Coach Barlow,
Humble and blessed to have been a part of that game. Really appreciate our fans that came out, had great energy, great afternoon, and our student athletes, young men, went out and played physical, fast, and played hard. Faced adversity, but didn't blank. Stayed in the fight to the bitter end, and was able to block a field goal at the end of the game. So very proud of our team. Our coaches did a good job of preparing these guys, putting them in a good place to have success. And we'll take the win. And now it's time to move on to our next opponent.
Thanks, Coach. We got some questions here. We'll go Brandon, and then we'll go Jeff after that. Brandon, go ahead with your questions for Coach.
Good morning, Coach. How you doing?
Good morning, Brandon.
Right, Brandon King with Inside the HBCU Sports Lab and SneakerShopTalk.com. First, wanted to congratulate you on getting your first win. That's a tremendous feeling, so congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Wanted to ask you about the play of two of your young men, Mr. Slaughter and Mr. Rhymes. I know the former was named Freshman of the Week, but can you just talk about their play and impact that they had on the game on Saturday?
Yeah, Kendrick Rhymes is a young man that transferred here from Southern University. He's out of Houston, Texas. Really like him. Really like him. Great kid, great personality. He comes to practice every day and does it the right way. I know early on in camp, I mean, every run that he had, he was about finishing, running to the end zone, and so just practice like he played in the game on Saturday. He's a great addition to our team. He runs the ball. He can run inside for power, outside. He catches the ball well out of the backfield, and has the capability to protect and wants to protect in the passing game. He's had some scouts come through here that have actually asked about him throughout camp. So just glad that we have Rhymes on our team. He's a solid player for us. And the second guy, Brandon, you asked about is Slaughter. Slaughter is a freshman, a true freshman that we got here. Um, Really solid football player. I often say to some of the coaches that it seems like he's been here before. He don't play like a freshman. He don't act like a freshman. Extremely confident, a physical wide receiver. He's a track guy, and obviously, had a solid game for his first college game this Saturday. Really proud of him, and hoping that he'll continue to develop and grow and continue to add those type plays to the games for us.
Hey, well, thank you, Coach. Good luck this week.
Thank you, Brandon.
We got Jeff Kolpak from the Fargo Forum.
So that's just a little bit of preview of what went on in the OVC Big South preview for the games of this week coming up. And so we're going to get right into it and look at a little bit about what went on in that game. On Saturday with North Carolina A&T and Tennessee State. I'm going to see if I can get that over there to you. But anyway, just looking at it, Tennessee State's quarterback, Palmer, passed for 123 yards, and K. Rhymes rushed for 174 yards. Receiving yards, Slaughter had 102 yards on 4 receptions, and of course K. Rhymes had 25 carries, and Jay Palmer was 11 for 21. Looks like he had 2 TDs and 2 interceptions, and then of course Stewart had 1 sack, and Kai Baker, he had 9 tackles, so he basically was a mainstay on that defense. TSU only accumulated 252 yards, and North Carolina A&T had 343 yards. North Carolina A&T had 3 turnovers to TSU's 1. They had 15 first downs to Tennessee State's 11. Penalties, A&T was 8 for 55, and Tennessee State was 8 for 68. Third downs, 5 for 15 for A&T, 2 and 11 for Tennessee State. They're going to do better than that on this next game coming up. A&T controlled the game 32 minutes and 55 seconds, where Tennessee State's time possession was 27 minutes and 5 seconds. Overall, the attendance was only 8,865. So that was the attendance for this game over there. And just looking at just the breakdown, the score was 24-21. Just looking at, I guess Tennessee State needs to improve on offense, because I don't think Rhymes is going to be able to run the ball like that every game. We'll just have to wait and see. But they're trying to get the running back to transfer in from Northern Arizona in the fold so he can help Rhymes out. Starling. And they didn't have him. They still haven't got him approved to play yet, since he's a grad transfer, I guess. But the overall, they won the game, and we just have to see what happens with this next game coming up. they're going to have to play a whole lot better defense against North Dakota State. North Dakota State wants to run the ball this year, unlike the last year's team that they played against. Quarterback, I think the quarterback transferred out to a Power 4 school, but the kid they have now, he's been waiting a long time to play, and he's like a fifth-year senior, and he's a very good runner, so he's going to run the ball, and we'll have to just see what he does. They play good defense. North Dakota State does, and they run the ball well. So I'm gonna pop over there so we can listen to a little bit of their head coach being interviewed, and let's see what he's saying.
You know, I think more importantly, it's really good to get, you know, some tape for these 9 new starting players and some role guys, and we got a ton of people on film. So, you know, you're able to coach to a standard, which we're much more interested in than coaching just a specific rep versus an opponent. So that was really good. I thought defensively, you know, just we started fast, and then I thought, you know, the way they started as the first quarter traveled, obviously it looked like, okay, we're going to need to play some complementary football. So they allowed the offense, you know, some time to get their footing, to get a grip on the ball. Code Green, you know, limited their production on first and second down, which was critical when you think about the way they want to play the game, right? So we kept them off schedule. I mean, we were 71% successful on first and second down.
What he's talking about,
and then you
now
fast
is
forward
that
into
he's
the
talking
big
about,
areas, you know, third down defense. We were at 79% win rate. The goal is 65. And then we did not allow an explosive play of over 20 yards, and that has a clear indication on winning and losing. So I was really pleased there. You know, just can't say enough about the defense, but we got early knockback. You know, and I think as the game progressed, and what I noticed from watching the film was like, geez, that guy's getting put on his back. You know, Nathaniel Stalling runs through a guard, and he ends up 5 or 6 yards on his back in the backfield. We were really disruptive with our knockback and knocking people down. I thought that was really Matt Voigtlander and those guys. Okay, we got to get this punt game rolling. Eli Ozick was awesome in the kicking game, field goals, and it's important for us to play a bunch of people and to continue to move the program forward. Like, we just don't know what's going to happen in December, number one. So if we can play 6 or 7 guys, like we played 8, I think, in 2007 and 8, you know, and I think 3 different guys snapped the ball. At one point, Pat Perlis, we had a shift where the left guard could snap and then the right guard could snap. That's really what we're trying to cultivate. Okay, but when we find out, like, okay, these guys are connected and they're playing well together, and then on top of that, we really want to guard against a tackle going down. That's why MP needs to get these reps a little bit. That's why Test had played some tackle. I'm not going to lose too much sleep over that. I'm focused on individual improvement, unit performance, and then we'll decide. I have never really given that a lot of thought. I just haven't.
Gaining experience on the field this past week, you know, when you see players like Ray James Jr. pick up 4 tackles, how important has it been to be able to see them get on the field and produce?
Yeah, he's the backup Sam. If Donovan has to get his ankle taped and we got to play a series, Ray James has got to go in. It's unbelievably critical to have depth. You know, and I think Ray James is one of those guys that I'm talking about. Got the ball tackled, really did a nice job, but we're preparing to beat the best. Okay, so if that running back is a little bit better, does he drive his knees through that, you know, kind of diving tackle rather than running through? So Ray James has 4 examples on tape now that we can say, hey, man, we're going to see, we might see a better player, and we need to be a little bit.
When I look at TSU, the quarterback, for a first start, he played as good as expected. Hopefully he can play better against North Dakota State. Receivers, he was able to hit the receivers with the ball. He was able to hit them. Of course, Ryan ran the ball very well. The offensive line blocked better than I expected them to block. And the defensive line play was pretty good. But they're playing against a whole different team on Saturday. So I think that game kicks off at 11:30 on Saturday. And again, Tennessee State won their first game 24-21. That was Coach Barlow's first win as a Tennessee State Tiger head coach, and we're happy for him, and we're looking forward to this game coming up this week. With that said, that's going to end this show. It's just a quick show. Show you a little bit about what went on in this past game, and hopefully Tennessee State will be able to come through with another win on Saturday. But this is the ShallowCross Sports Network with the AA, and we'll see you on the next show. God bless, and thank you for subscribing and liking.